Hello everyone. Welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College. Our subject today is EVS 1 Standard 5. We are going to discuss chapter number 21, Busy at our Work, Our Internal Organs, part 2. This is the second part of the video, children, of this lesson. In our first video, we discussed all about the respiratory system. We also saw the various organs of the respiratory system and their functions. In this video, we are going to see digestion and the various organs that function for the digestive system. So, all the above shown in this slide are the organs that work or form the digestive system in the human body. They are esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, glands such as liver and pancreas. So all these organs together form the digestive system and they all work together to digest the food that we eat. The diagram above shows us the digestive system. So, let us now learn something more about the alimentary canal, the digestive organs and their function. Let us begin with the alimentary canal. The process of digestion, children, begins from our mouth. As we put the morsel of the food in our mouth, the process of digestion begins. What do we exactly mean by digestion? What is meant by digestion? All the food that we eat is digested into our body. That is, the substance that can be mixed with the blood are formed from the food. And this process takes place in the different parts of the long and flexible tube inside our body. And this tube-like structure in our body, which you can see in the diagram also, is called the alimentary canal. The upper end of the tube is the mouth and the lower end is called the anus. The shape of this tube, if you see in this diagram, is not the same in all its parts. All the parts of the alimentary canal have different structure and their functions are also different. An organ that secretes a certain substance is called a gland. And there are certain glands outside the alimentary canal which help us in the process of our digestion. As I told you before that the digestion of food starts from the mouth itself. The teeth, the tongue and saliva all help to convert food into a soft, moist ball. So, as we put the morsel in our mouth, with the help of our teeth, we go on chewing it. And while chewing it, there are certain juices that are secreted in our mouth by our tongue and also by various salivary glands that are present in our mouth. And this helps to partly digest the food in our mouth itself. This moist ball, or which is called as a bolus, is swallowed easily and it passes through the esophagus into our stomach. The stomach is a bag-like structure where various digestive juices are secreted. These digestive juices get mixed into the food that is swallowed and then the digestion process is further carried on. The digestive juices in the stomach also destroy some of the disease producing germs that may be present in the food. The food is churned into the stomach. Churned means it is properly mixed properly with the help of various digestive juices, and a thin slurry like substance is formed in the stomach, and then it passes into the small intestine. Now children, what is the meaning of slurry? Slurry means it is not very thin or it is not very thick. So a slurry type of substance is formed which passes into the small intestine for further process to be carried on. The digestive juices in the intestine, in the small intestine, brings about several more digestive processes over there. The secretion of some glands also help the process of various digestion. Now the small intestine of a grown-up person, that is of an adult, is about 7 meters long. In the process of digestion, some complex substances are broken down into simple substances which can be easily absorbed by the blood, and they can be directly reach to the different cells of the body for energy production. The useful substances are absorbed into the blood, and the remaining substance are passed into the large intestine. The large intestine of an adult is about 1 or 1.5 meter long. Here, much of the water in the remaining substance is absorbed into the body, and what remains are the feces or stools. The feces is then collected in the rectum for some time. Later, it is thrown out of the body through the anus. Yes, children, it is very necessary for us to understand the importance of some of the substances in the process of digestion. The first one that we are going to discuss is water. We should have the habit of drinking enough and sufficient water, as it is very necessary for the process of digestion to take place properly, as well as for the food. The food keeps on moving through the alimentary canal. If one does not drink enough water, one becomes constipated. That means the waste product of the body are not properly thrown out and the bowels do not get clean. So we should have the habit of drinking enough water while throughout the day. None of the other tasks in the body can go on without water. The water that is observed during digestion is the water used for all other processes in the body. So water becomes very important and very necessary for a healthy body. That is why it is very important to drink enough adequate quantity of water. Now let us see certain precautions that we should take and always remember while we eat our food. Children, always remember the upper end of the food pipe, that is the esophagus, and the windpipe, that is the trachea, open in the throat where we swallow the food. They open in our throat next to each other. They are very close to each other. If we eat or swallow our morsel hurriedly, the swallowed food may enter the windpipe and cause us to choke on it. Thus, we should chew the food, take our time, and avoid eating food in a hurry. We must also avoid speaking while we are eating food. So when we eat food, we should sit in a clean surrounding. We should sit properly, comfortably. We should avoid talking to anybody when we are eating, or even watch TV when we are eating. And also avoid fidgeting with our mobiles. For swallowing our morsel, we should chew it properly. We should see that it is properly grind by our teeth. Now, teeth play a very important role in the process of digestion, because if our teeth are healthy, we can eat our food, chew our food properly, and if the food is chewed properly, it can be digested properly, and then the required substance from the food, minerals and all that, are absorbed by the blood. Every teeth or every tooth has a protective covering of enamel that protects the delicate inner part of the tooth. So, if the teeth are not kept clean, we may lead to erosion of enamel. As a result, the tooth starts decaying. Therefore, it is very necessary to see that we clean our teeth after at least twice in a day. The next organ that is very important in process of digestion is the tongue, because the tongue secretes various juices that help in the process of digestion. So while having a meal, we should enjoy many different tastes and flavors. Tongue helps us to taste different things. We sense them using our tongue and nose. But sometimes we find that food items do not taste or smell good, they smell bad. So when we do not like the smell, we should avoid eating it. It may be because the food is spoilt. In case if the food has gone completely bad, one can avoid or should avoid eating that food. A group of organs which work together to carry out a function of the body is called a system. The different systems that function in our body are respiratory system, and which are the organs? Nose, trachea, lungs, diaphragm. And what is the function? To carry out the process of respiration. In the same way, we have many other different systems that work together to carry out various functions like the digestive system, circulatory system, nervous system, skeletal system, excretory system, etc. All of them carry out and coordinate with each other. Various processes are carried, life processes are carried out smoothly in our body. Due to the process of digestion and proper absorption of the required minerals from the food, our body gets energy. As a result of respiration, oxygen enters in our blood, in the body, and spreads to all the different cells and parts of the body. Substances formed in the process of digestion also mix with the blood, and they reach to all the parts of the body. Of these, some substances act as a fuel for the body. When the oxygen in the blood reaches the different parts of the body, it helps to the slow burning of these substances, giving energy to body. The body uses this energy to carry out all the different tasks or day-to-day activity that we carry out. I hope you have understood the digestion process, children. Shall continue the lesson. That is the last topic that we are going to see in this lesson is circulation of blood in the next video.